Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Eiyuden Chronicle Rising. For today we've got a lot of quests that we need to fulfill, and there is a lot of specific items we need to find, so not resources we need to collect but actual items. So there's going to be a lot of traveling around all the dungeons trying to find those. So there is a chance there's going to be a lot of jump cuts, but we'll make it happen. For now, we still have two quests that we need to pick up. One of Hogan and one of a guy randomly here on the street. CJ, help! I need your help! What's the matter? It's about the treasure chest them bandits took from me. I heard another one's been seen. Down the Barrows, no less. One of them venturers said they saw it down there. Well, if it's in the Barrows, it won't be long before bandits get their hands on it again. I'm afraid that's all I've got to go on. But, would you mind? Leave it to me. Alright, down to the Barrows for one big old treasure chest. Hey, you're one of those guys who abandoned Malor. Ugh, CJ, Guru, Isha? Well, that's me alright. The name's Starling, by the way. Not that it matters what you call a coward like me. Huh? I've been getting earfuls from everyone. Gokto, Squash, Hogan, even a Hugo. Makes sense that you've come to say your piece. I heard my pal Lucas was looking to apologize too, so I should do the same. So I guess I'll start with you three. CJ, Isha, Guru, I'm sorry for being such a sorry adventurer. Hey, and don't make this awkward, okay? I think Malor does more than worth though. Any idea what she might like? Chocolate cake. How do you of all people know that? I asked her last time we met. Took note of the important stuff. Important stuff? A chocolate cake it is. Do you know where I might get one? Well, I can get it for you, in exchange for a stamp, of course. Yeah, because CJ, she does anything for a stamp. Alright. So I know that besides the Sarita one, I know there's a person we can talk to at the plaza for another quest. Hi Sarita, could you cook up a chocolate cake for us? Oh, I certainly could. That's it? Very quick service, very much appreciated. No way, he's too cheeky. Even for you? So we need even more people to find for that kid. I thought Malor was gonna try and talk to the damn kid. North? That's my boy. Great, go get him. Alright, so where is he? I think it was at the farm, right? There's been a lot of kids around today. Your papa will be here shortly. Thank you, miss. Alright. And then now let's go to 2nd Street to deliver the cake. Hey, here you go, one chocolate cake. She'll definitely hear you out when she sees this. I owe you guys big. As promised, a stamp. I'm still hoping that at some point we'll get to the full platinum today. Let's see if there's any other quests we can do in town. Farm. And farm. Okay, so we have two locations at the farm. Malor says she'd be friends with you. She's a little older than you. Really? Oh, I'll go say hello. Thanks, old lady. Old lady! Yeah. To whoever you speak that is younger than you, you'll always be the older person. And technically, they are right. But it's a funny response, because CJ does seem very young. Sure, I love making new friends. Really? Oh, that's great. Is that the same kid? No. Where is Dino then? Ah, the outskirts. Oh yeah, it's the boy next to the father. Alright. Bruno said he'd come play with you. You and him are around the same age. Seriously? I mean, I'll play with him if he wants. Alright, alright. Go on and play nice. But give me a stamp before you go. Stamp received. Alright. So now we need to head out to find all the remaining items for the quest. I think they're all over the place. But the first two that would be the easiest would be of course the fishing spots, because it's a fixed location. It cannot be anywhere else. On the other hand, it could also be nice to do that last. Runebarrows, Snow Peak, Great Forest, Runebarrows, Runebarrows, Runebarrows. Great Forest. Okay, so we got 3 or 4 in the Barrows, 2 in the Great Forest, and 1 on Snow Peak. I want to do the Snow Peak because I have an idea where we need to be for that. So let's check that out. So we need to go through them in here. So after the Snow Peak, if we do find it, I think the Runebarrows will be a nice secondary location. Yeah, what I think it is because I fought so many enemies already all over Snow Peak. I was thinking, what if it's one of those semi-boss encounters where the screen stays fixed on an area with intense music. Maybe those are the locations we can get it from. Or maybe if we're lucky, these bosses will at some point return. Yes! I was hoping for this so freaking much. So this was the other potential. Damn, they are so much stronger now. Ah, cool. I'm trying to stay up in the air as much as I can. Yeah, but like we learned before when we were officially doing it, it's not the hardest fight. I think the hardest one here is when the ground's frozen up. Or we. Especially when it's on the first one, there's more chances to hit me. All the little ones straight gone. Yes! Oh, I was so hoping for this, because I have the same theory about the snake monster in the lava region. Because we had like a giant molten core of lava, which I think we got from the big snake. And we haven't been able to find it anywhere else, so I was hoping that if we needed more, and we have seen recipes with it, that they had to come back. So this one is back, so I'm assuming that the lava one would be back as well. We don't have an active quest right now to do so, but I will definitely be grinding a few out in between the episodes, because we need them for a couple of upgrades that we have. I mean, not for our equipment, but for I think potions and recipes at the tavern, because in the end we want to unlock everything. All the apothecary accessories, all the potions, all the bags, all the recipes at the tavern, just to have them ticked off the list, and also because I think it's an achievement that we have in the list. So that is one done. So at the moment we have no more quests at the Snow Peak. So let's say that we move to the Runebarrows, and I'm gonna assume it's this Runebarrows and not the new area we found beneath the lava ruins. And since we have 2 fishing quests here, let's get them out of the way. Shouldn't be too hard, I think. As long as I don't mess it up. Extra large salmon. And then the other one. Yeah, just memorizing the buttons after playing so long, it's easy to fish them. Because if you need to look at your controller, you already failed. Choice fish? Yeah, it's so much easier getting the higher level fish now. Because like I said before, as soon as you get one of them, it makes it so much easier to catch the other ones as well. Alright, those are the 2 fish, so another 2 quests done. So what we have now is a treasure chest that we need to find, and the hammer. Alright, so what we're gonna do is, because the Runebarrows is pretty big to explore, I'm gonna look around, and when I find it, I will let you guys in on it. So, see you when we find one of the 2 items. Alright, so we're gonna be double decking this for the quest. Nice. Oh, I should have switched earlier. Because strength wise, it doesn't have anything on me. And that's the hammer. Alright. Well, it was a theory of mine that one of the items is gonna be like right on the beginning of the dungeon and the other one at the end. Just to make sure that we need to walk as much distance as we can in order to find it. So I'm half right by this point. So I'm guessing the only thing we can do right now is move along to the other side of the Runebarrows and see if we can find the treasure chest of Hogan. Because it should be around here as well. So let's go back to hunting. Ooh, extra bandits? Is this gonna be where we're gonna find the chest? Because they did say that the bandits were after it as well. Or is it just an extra random encounter? Yeah, the biggest advantage of Rue, he does not stagger. He just keeps on hitting. And the fact that CJ is a little bit down on her HP doesn't hurt to switch it up as well. Yes, there it is. I knew it was weird when we saw the bandits here, cause I've been here a couple of times for other quests just trying to see if there's anything here, and there never was an encounter like this. So we've got this one. Good, Hogan's quest. I do think we need to go back to town. Not so much to finish up the quest, more to recover. Because I do have items on me to heal myself, but we're so close to the exit of the Runebarrows, we might as well just go back and sleep. Oh, we can't! The main quest. Oh, I almost totally forgot about that. Oh, right. I'm guessing we have to go by the Great Forest first in order to grab the last 2. Find the elf and harvest all the salted plums we can find. Alright, so I'm guessing we're going to the Great Forest. Let's put those in our storehouse. Nice exquisite meat. Alright, like before, I'm gonna check the Great Forest, see if I can find the elf and the plums. And I will see you when I find them. Alright, well, to be honest, I thought both of them would be in the forest area. Plums, they need light in order to grow. And of course, elves being like denizens of the forest. But apparently, the elf is down here in the caves. I don't suppose you are... Chronowell is my name. I have been asked by Miss Laurel to deliver a message. I should get to Miss Earl as soon as possible. In that case, hop to it. And don't let her slow you down. She's worried sick. Alright, that was easy enough. And was this the fishing spot? Nope. This is another bit of the forest. Alright. Well, this was the other location I wanted to check for plum potency. It isn't too big, in all honesty. And of course, there is tons and tons of resources in the Great Forest. All ripe for the picking. Alright, just need to heal a bit. Just in order to survive this, because these are easy unless they start to attack out of sequence. Nothing here, but another trap. Alright, so let's get to the other part of the forest, where I think we might find our salted plums. Ah, there they are. It's always the last place you look, because I thought, just like when we were in the Barrows, that one would be at the beginning and the other one at the end. This one, just plain old in the middle. And again, the last place that I look, so... we should be able to do this with our HP, so... let's get into it and link as best as we can. And those were not nearly as hard as the last one. These ones were doable. Alright. So I'm guessing the only thing left for us to do is head out of the forest, get back into town, and deliver all these quests before we take a well-deserved rest at our own home and read the diary of Isha's dad. Alright. Forest approach. We did get a lot of resources on this trip. I'm very happy with that. I think I found what you're looking for. Oh, good lord, this is it. Perfectly weighted. One sure strike with this. And I'll follow with my sword. Dual attack. Bertrand will never see it coming. Bertrand? Oh, allow me to stamp that card for you, young lady. So Bertrand is a duelist. Well, we did mention that a few times when we were over there. Apparently he is. Alright. So where will all the quests be? Let's check them out. Second Street, of course, Outskirts, Outlander, Farm, Room Quarter. So basically everywhere. Alright, let's go to the Outskirts, then the Farm. And then we can go back to Hogan. One giant hunk of ice, just like you asked. Ah, you have my thanks. I'll probably need you to fetch another one soon. Don't worry, I'm already planning to grind for it. Level 5, nice. And game items for sure. Alright, farms next. Picking up all the prizes along the way. I caught one of those extra large salmon you were talking about. No way. You caught it? I'll not be bested by a whelp. Well, as long as I get my stamp, I don't care what you do. I caught it. I caught the large catfish. You did? Wow, that is amazing. Wait, no, don't. That means I'll lose if I'll catch a bigger one. You'll see. Oh well, that's another part of CJ that he definitely does. He motivates other adventurers to go out and be better. Alright, second streak. So would it mean that Hogan will be level 5 then as well? Hogan, I found it! Ah, fantastic! More wares to adorn my walls. Here, take a stamp. You earned it. And there it is, guys. The last one of our platinum list. The busiest town anywhere in the world. Rumors about the towns are spreading far and wide. People are coming from all corners of the world looking to set up shop right here. Level 5? Okay, so I'm pretty sure we got even more quests right now. Yeah, we best not to think about it too hard. And as you can see, only 3 lines on the black stamp card, which is in line with what we heard. We heard there were 160 requests for the main game, and that will tally up totally on the 160. So yeah, we're getting there. And we do have to remember that post-game there's gonna be another 160 requests we can potentially do. That has nothing to do with the story, but are just like plain old fetch quests and stuff like that. Nothing to upgrade the town. By the end of these 30 quests, all stores should be level 5 and have taken a lot of our resource and money for us to upgrade all the stuff in there. But yeah, let's continue on with what we were doing. Outlander Lane and the Rune Quarter. I think I want to go to the Rune Quarter first. But of course, before we head over to my base to read the diary, of course I'm gonna check the board in the plaza just to see if there are additional quests. We found someone called Chronicle in the forest. Oh, that simpleton. She sent him of all people? Well, if your sister is okay with that, it's all that matters, right? If she's dumb enough to run off in the woods, then more fool me for worrying about her. Whatever you say, but stand please. Alright, nicely done. Outlander Lane. I found the salted plums you wanted. Ah, thank you, wow. These smell sour, huh? And they sure do. Weird that he actually likes this kind of stuff, isn't it? Yeah, what's all the fuss about? What's the matter with you two, eh? A smell this bold needs to be breathed in deep. Here, take a stamp. Thank you. Alright, that is all the quests that we have. So all we have to do now is get to the plaza, see if there are any additional quests to be had. Nope, we're totally done. So yeah, I think I want to read the diary before we go. Because I've been way too curious about what's gonna be in there. Let's see what's in here then. Right. May the 3rd. I received a clandestine letter from the Chaldean Empire regarding the Runebarrows, signed by a man by the name of Hurstwine. He claimed to be in service of the Chaldean Lord, but neglected to name any names. He offered a hefty sum in exchange for information on the Barrows and exclusive rights to excavate therein. The Barrows belong to the League of Nations. The choice to sell them off to some imperial nobleman is not mine alone to take. I must report this to Molka at once. Exclusive mining rights? Why is the Empire being so sneaky about it? I do not know. I did not know any of this. Let's read on. May 18th. I cannot understand what Molka is thinking. He will grant Nunavut neither funds for rebuild, nor soldiers to protect his people from monsters. Surely even he can see this is a death sentence. And he had the gall to entrust me with matters pertaining to the Barrows. Some Margrave he has to turned out to be. How can I alone save a town that has been abandoned by his Margrave? I fear I may no longer be in a position to resist Hurstwine's mysterious offer. Oh, I heard as much from the townfolk, but what a useless Margrave he turned out to be. He just left everyone to die. Margrave Molka's behavior was certainly odd, upon reflection. How could a greedy little man like him turn his nose up at the money-making potential of the Barrows? Perhaps he and his Hurstwine character were conspiring together. You think the League of Nations would throw its oar with the Empire? What's in it for them? Right, selling their rights means the Empire gets to keep everything. The League wouldn't like that. If he is greedy as you say, why would he keep it all to himself? Right, exactly. What if, instead, he had been promised something more valuable than which can be found in the Barrows? For example, his own life and the survival of the House of Chandra. Isha, what are you saying? If I were his Hurstwine's fellow lord, I would offer Molka a chance to keep his lands free of imperial influence should the Empire become aggressive. In exchange, Molka would be expected to turn a blind eye to anything regarding the Barrows, and that alone would be enough to turn a spineless, self-serving man like Molka. And the Empire could come and go as they pleased, with no one to oppose them. Well, the League isn't a tool for the Empire to use and abuse, though. What right would they have? You think the Empire would start a war over one measly little ruin? No, perhaps not over one ruin. Regardless, starting a war would mean giving up their anonymity. Why expose yourself if you didn't have to? We know not this lord is, but they are close enough to the Emperor to wield his power. They must be considerable influence, highly ranked no doubt. Someone callous enough to manipulate Molka so readily may not care if their actions result in war. Or worse still, someone intent on sowing the seeds of disorder. Someone for whom war is the goal. Alright. Let's keep in mind that this is your own little fantasy we're talking about here. Of course, but it would explain Molka's behavior. And if I'm right, the person behind it must be villainous more than I can even imagine. A storm may yet be approaching. A big one. You sure know a lot about politics for a kid. Right? I told you before, my magic made it difficult to make friends. So my father bought me a great many books. The friends I knew in my books were the only friends I had. And remember, I live in a remote frontier town. Passing merchants and annual trips to the city were my only chance to add to my collection. Children's books were hard to come by. History, math, I was given a lot of awfully difficult books. Even still, I enjoyed my father would read to me, and I enjoyed learning to read myself even more. Every time I learned a new word, he'd pat my head, say something like, "You're so smart, Isha, good job." Guru, you're not crying, are you? Of course not. Just something in my eye. You're the one crying, mate. My eyes are just a little sweaty or something. You know, if Isha's right, what does this lord fella want the treasure in the Barrows so badly anyway? That I do not know, but according to my father, they also wanted information. Is it possible they didn't know what was down there? But they must have been looking for something. Something? Yeah, something, anything, I don't know. Let's keep reading. May 23rd. Today's General Assembly could not have gone worse. My proposal to send an expedition into the Barrows was opposed fiercely by the town elders. Something about a sorcerer or legend. Shiva in particular was very vocal in his disdain for my idea. Not surprising, given what he knows about the Barrows blessing. Even so, there's no going back now. The pact with Hurstwine has already been made. I have heard the Empire's research into magic has been progressing well. If they wouldn't just lend their support, I'm sure we could find a way around that damn blessing. The Barrows blessing. What could that be? Treasure. I suppose my father is my treasure? Growing up with this magic and this hair, everyone around me seemed unnerved. But my father always stood by me, even when no one else would. He told me this power was a gift from the land, encouraged me to be proud of who I was, of what I was. I was right. Just like the citizens of Old Neve and those monsters, I'm one of the sorcerer's experiments. Wait, we don't know that yet. She's right. There's more to read. And more. The next entry is about the expedition into the Barrows. May 28th. While searching the Barrows, we came upon a four-legged monster. Iron legs, no less. Except for me and Kukrit, who I believe may have escaped, the rest of the expedition team are dead. Forgive me, everyone. I am wounded, perhaps beyond hope. Isha, I'm so sorry for leaving you alone in this cruel world. You are, and will forever be, my one and only treasure. I wanted to solve the mystery of these Barrows and free you from their blessing, once and for all. My dear, dear daughter, I pray that your life will be long and rich with happiness. Isha, are you alright? If this diary is to believe, my father is already... In that case, who have you been chasing all this time? Okay, take it easy. We don't know that yet. Save your platitudes. Look, all this blood. Father, where are you in the Barrows because of me? Isha, life isn't always as simple as a treasure hunt, right? There will be hard times and harder times again. There will be times when you just want the earth to open up and swallow you whole. So never feel bad about falling to your knees, if that's where the world is pushing you. Cry till you can cry no more. But never, and I mean never, let life break your spirit. When you're done crying, you stand up and press on, no matter what. Just like she said before. Now that sounds like an adventurer. It's important to learn about your limits, and about what to train in advance, and about preparation, of course. But to me, the iron will is what makes an adventurer. The unbreakable determination to press on, find the treasure, and make it out of any situation alive, no matter what. No matter what they throw at you, if you can stand up on the other side of it, then you've not lost yet. The treasure that will make it all worthwhile is in front of you, not behind you, so you gotta get back up. Isha, if we're ever gonna know the truth, we'll have to find whatever was in the Barrows. But we already searched the Barrows. Father wasn't there. Take a look at this. What was that? The last page of the diary. The mayor drew this, didn't he? Ah, Father was an honest researcher. This looks like he copied an old map of Neve. And this map is right. There is a man here in the plaza that'll take us somewhere we haven't been yet. Men here in the plaza? What did you... Ah! Yep, Shiva's old clock tower. Old Shiva and his old pals built that clock tower around the men here. The people of New Neve must have done it after they sealed the sorcerer away, so that no one would ever go back to that part of the Barrows. The mayor we saw there. Just know it. My scavenger senses are telling me so. Sense, huh? Her scavenger sense is nothing to sniff at. Mercs have it too, you know. Instincts, honed through years of experience. Okay. I'll believe in your scavenger sense, CJ. We should find Shiva, ask him about the clock tower and about this Barrows blessing. Ooh, that was a very big part of the story and a very important one in that. But we do need to be careful because I do want to check everywhere if there are new quests before we talk to Shiva. But that is of course gonna be in the next episode. For now, we're gonna leave it here. We're gonna let the entire diary story bit gonna sink in. But I think this is very important, not just for this game, but for 100 Heroes as well. Because it's already setting up the conflict between the Empire and the nations and all of that. Because we know so little about what the story is gonna be about later in 100 Heroes. But this is definitely going on in the background. A coming war. Just like we know of Suikoden. Because it's the same maker, so we know it's going to be the same type of story. A war between nations, people banding together to fight it and survive. Yeah, it's going to be great when it comes out next year. And we'll definitely be playing it here, so make sure to subscribe to be here for that. So, but until then, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And don't forget to like this video when you're at it. And be back next time. As, of course, we're gonna be doing some more quests. And if we're done, potentially speaking with Shiva in the plaza about the new part of the Runebarrows. See you then. Bye bye.